Sweetest watch, check your face under a crescent moon. Beats hitting heavy like a sudden sharp monsoon. Laying in the clown, the abyss, the seventh name. Step to the circle, surrender to the flame. With the blows while the cool snaps. Caught inside of beauty's lethal trap. No hesitation, just flip the blade. Now watch the show of your spirit fade. Chirokuno, soko kara hideku kono wa ewasa no tenki goto doku no no. Overjackers flying through the smoke. Every shadow in the eye, like the river with a straight line, could catch the shimmer of a demonic blue. I don't need a legion, just put them in my soul. Swallow the couples and the pieces of gold. Cause they got focus, I don't know that I know that. 誤って網の中へ消えた Pressure is rising, the air is getting thin. Let the grand show of this battle's ending begin. Rise up from the ashes of guardian of the thorns. Bow before the power of the ancient silver horns. Sekai no ori sakuhana no yoni. Dancing through the chaos in a dark harmony. Feel the heavy impact of the demoness inside. Nowhere left to run and there is nowhere left to hide. この瞬間に全てをかける。In that I dare. 修羅の道歩く私の定め付きの怒りに染める赤のため Elegant destruction in a high-speed chase Wiping every memory of a lesser human race Broken glass reflects all the choices that you make Frozen in the terror of a silent masquerade I am the leader of the cold nocturnal wind Paying for the ancient sins that never could be pinned Thunder in the valley where the lotus blossoms bloom I am the architect of your impending doom Sharp like the sword with the jagged carving edge Standing on the summit of a crumbling rocky ledge. What the fuck is it so bright? Everything is burning in the heat of my heart. Like a blizzard with the fury of a beast. Invited to the table for a dark eternal feast. Kaze ga fuku saigo no tatakai no uta. Kage wa mate yami no naka e kieta. The pressure is rising, the air is getting thin. Let the grand show of this battle standing begin. Rise up from the ashes in the garden of the gods. Bow before power, ancient silver horns. Sekai no wari ni sakuhana no yoni. Dancing through the chaos in the dark harmony. Feel the heavy impact of the demoness inside. Nowhere left to run and nothing left to hide. この瞬間に全てをかける The destiny of ages is the burden that I bear. Body, soul, power of the ancient silver ones. Sekai no wari ni sakuhana no yoni. Dancing through chaos in a dark harmony. Feel the heavy impact of the demoness inside. No one's left to run, and there's nothing left to hide. destiny of ages is the burden that I bear. Let's break it down. Let's get it right. The one named Astaroth is ending you tonight. Heat swings wide, check your face under a crescent moon. Beats hitting heavy like a sudden sharp monsoon. I am the clown, nothing appears to separate blame. Step to the circle, surrender to the flame. Crimson flows while the codal snaps. Caught inside a booty's lethal trap. No hesitation, just flip the blade. Then watch the show of your spirit fade. Chiroku no soko kara hibiku kodo ware wa starote ni mototoku todoro. Silver daggers fly through the snow. Every shadow in the eye, like the river, but I strike like the flint. Catch the shimmer of a demonic blue. I don't need a legend, just the rhythm in my soul. Swallow the colors of the pieces of the door. I take a focus, I go no tatakai no ta. Kagamate ami no naka e kieta. The pressure is rising, the air is getting thin. Let the grand show, this battle's ending begin. Rise up from the ashes and guardian of the thorns. Bow before the power of the ancient silver horns. Sekai no wari ni saku hana no yoni. Dancing through the chaos in a dark harmony. Feel the heavy impact of the demoness sky. Nowhere left to run and there is nowhere left to hide. Kono shongan ni subete o kakeru. The destiny of ages is the burden that I bear. 修羅の道歩く私の定め月の光さえも染める赤のため Elegant destruction in a high-speed chase Wiping every memory of a lesser human race Broken glass reflects all the choices that you make Frozen in the terror of a silent masquerade I am the leader of the cold nocturnal wind Paying for the ancient sins that never could be pinned Thunder in the valley where the lotus blossoms bloom I am the architect of your impending doom Sharp like the sword with the jagged carving edge Standing on the summit of a crumbling rocky ledge. Moving no kanata to the no sora. Everything is burning in the heat of my aura. Star like a blizzard with the fury of a beast. Invited to the table for a dark eternal feast. Kaze ga fuku saigo no tatakai no uta. Kage wa mate yami no naka e kieta. The pressure is rising, the air is getting thin. Let the grand show of this battle's ending begin. Rise up from the ashes in the garden of the thorns. Bow before power, ancient silver horns. Sekai no wari ni saku hana no yoni. Dancing through the chaos in the dark harmony. Feel the heavy impact of the demoness is right. Nowhere left to run and no sin left behind. Kono shunkan ni subete o kakeru. The destiny of ages is the burden that I bear. Before the power of the ancient silver ones. Sekai no wari ni saku hana no yoni. Dancing through chaos in the dark harmony. Feel the heavy impact of the demoness sky. No one's left to run and there is nowhere left to hide. The destiny of ages is the burden that I bear. Let's break it down. Let's get it right. The one Astaroth is ending you tonight.
God, I love that song.
for a dream, longing for a space. It's the same wish I've had since the day I saw your face. You may never know how far I will go to trace your heart into my very home. Over the rainbow, steady high home, run close with me. You can't stop that soul. I'm a fighter, hunting for my dream. Up to you, I'm not as strong as I seem. I clench my fist, imagining your kiss. I step forward into the wind. I am the fighter, hunting for mercy, hunting for. But to you, I'm not as strong as I seem. Hunting for a dream, longing for a space. It's the same wish I've had since the day I saw your face. You may never know how far I will go to trace your heart into my very home. Over the rainbow, steady high home, run close with me. You can't stop that soul. I'm a fighter, hunting for my dream. Up to you, I'm not as strong as I seem. I clench my fist, imagining your kiss. I step forward into the wind. I am the fighter, hunting for mercy, but to you I'm not as strong as I seem. Touch my fist, imagining your kiss. I step forward into the hunting for a dream, longing for a space. It's the same wish I've had since the day I saw your face. You may never know how far I will go to trace your heart into my very home. Over the rainbow, steady high home, run falls with me. You let's start that song. I am a fighter, hunting for my dream. Up to you, I'm not as strong as I seem. I clench my fist, imagining your kiss. I step forward into the I am a fighter, hunting for mercy, hunting for. But to you, I'm not as strong as I see. I touch my fist, imagining your kiss. I step forward into the hunting for a dream, longing for a space. It's the same wish I've had since the day I saw your face. You may never know how far I will go to chase your heart into my very home. Over the rainbow, steady high home. Run flows with me. You let's start that song. I'm a fighter, hunting for my dream. Up to you, I'm not as strong as I seem. I clench my fist, imagining your kiss. I step forward into the I am a fighter, hunting for my dream, hunting for I see. Bro, she's asked this question like 50 times today. Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you're wanting to know, will your ex reach out genuinely to reconcile soon? Going by your cards, the Four of Pentacles in the primary position and reversed does show that while he has been keeping to himself, it does seem like he is just about ready to act in terms of communicating with you. The Knight of Wands in the secondary position is signaling that he will end up putting a lot of emotion in his address towards you, but it will seem to be lacking substance. So it seems as though while he's going to say a lot of flowery things, it's still not going to address the very issues that caused you both to separate in the first place. Nine of Swords is ultimately showing the future of the situation by showing that it will bring a lot of anxiety and misgivings on your end, mainly. So I would be careful about engaging with him, which this is pretty normal
whenever an X comes back around, they kind of end up destabilizing whatever new normal that you found because they want to try and make things right. Now, if you want to know more about what the future holds for both of you, as well as any other issues that may come up, you can give me a call or send me a message.
Hunting for a dream, longing for a space. It's the same wish I've had since the day I saw your face. You may never know how far I will go to chase your heart into my very home. Over the rainbow, steady high home, right flows with me. You let's start the show. I'm a fighter, hunting for my dream. Up to you, I'm not as strong as I seem. I clench my fist, imagining your kiss. I step forward into the I am the fighter, hunting for my dream. But to you, I'm not as strong as I seem.
Let's do it.
Hunting for a dream, longing for a space. It's the same wish I've had since the day I saw your face. You may never know how far I will go to chase your heart into my very home. Over the rainbow, steady high home, right flows with me. You let's start the show. I'm a fighter, hunting for my dream. Up to you, I'm not as strong as I seem. I clench my fist, imagining your kiss. I step forward into the I am the fighter, hunting for my dream. But to you, I'm not as strong as I seem. I catch my fist, imagining your kiss. I step forward into the dream, longing for a space. It's the same wish I've had since the day I saw your face. You may never know how far I will go to chase your heart into my very home. Over the rainbow, steady high home, right close with me. You can't stop the show. I am a fighter, hunting for my dream. Up to you, I'm not as strong as I seem. I clench my fist, imagining your kiss. I step forward into I am a fighter, hunting for magic. But to you, I'm not as strong as I see. I touch my fist, imagining your kiss. Hunting for a dream, longing for a space. It's the same wish I've had since the day I saw your face. You may never know how far I will go to chase your heart into my very bone. Over the rainbow, steady high home. Rifle with me, let's start show. I am a fighter, hunting for my dream. But to you, I'm as strong as I feel. I clench my fist, imagining your kiss. I step forward into the mist.
How does Seiko? Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you're wanting to know, how does Seiko truly feel about you? And what does this show for the future? Going by your cards, 8 of Cups in the primary position and reversed mainly shows that Seiko feels certain things for you, but it does seem that she's still getting over stuff from her past. So it's really getting in the way of anything meaningful developing between the two of you. King of Pentacles is showing that right now, due to it being reversed, that things are pretty tentative between the two of you, where she still needs to fully figure out who you are and what you're about and what that would mean for her, as well as if she's able to move past her own past. 7 of Swords in the final position is a warning about the future, since it does show that she may actually relapse in terms of her inability to fully trust just yet, which could lead to her doing something that would be something that she would regret, that could potentially harm you. So I think you should be a little bit cautious advancing things with her. Now, if you want to know more about what the future holds between the two of you, as well as your compatibility with each other, you can give me a call or send me a message.
Hunting for a dream, longing for a space. It's the same wish I've had since the day I saw your face. You may never know how far I will go to chase your heart into my very home. Over the rainbow, steady high low. Rifles with you, let's start your. I'm a fighter, hunting for my dream. But to you, I'm as strong as I feel. I clutch my fist, imagine me your kiss. I step forward into the mist. Imagine you, your kiss, I step forward into the mist. Shadow, 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 shadow. Hunting for a dream, longing for a space. It's the same wish I've had since the day I saw your face. You may never know how far I will go to chase your heart into my very home. Over the rainbow, steady high low. Rifles with you, let's start your. I'm a fighter, hunting for my dream. But to you, I'm as strong as I feel. I clutch my fist, imagine me your kiss. I step forward into the mist. Imagine you, your kiss, I step forward into the mist. Shadow, 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 shadow. Steady scratching the backside of my skull. The mirror thinks of face I no longer shifting into gear, tapping on the glass of my rib cage, ready to revert the script and flip the page. Beyond the mask of the morning routine, something sharp and vivid and unseen. Kono Chikara is waking up tonight. There is a stranger dancing under my skin, tearing the floor where the borders begin. Not a shadow, but a mighty flash of light. A different soul taking over the fight. Kimi no nakari anara heartbeats fast, breaking the mold of the hollow past. It is a fire wearing my name, and nothing ever is going to be the same. Taking motion stops dead in its tracks, velocity rising through the spinal taps. I am watching my hands move on their own, occupying the throne I have never known. The shining meaner of faded ghost, the passenger has become the host. Silent clarity in the frantic heat, total control at a frantic beat. Haunted knows we got time coming through. There's a stranger dancing under my skin, standing on door where the walls begin. Not a shadow, but a bright and light. A distant soul taking over the fight. Kimi no nakari anara heartbeats fast, breaking the mold of the hollow past. It is a fire wearing my name, and nothing ever is going to be the same. There's a stranger dancing under my skin, tearing the floor where the walls begin. Not a shadow, but a burning flash of light. A different soul taking over the fight. You know, honey, you yell the heartbeats fast. I can mold of the hollow dust. It is a wild wearing my name, and nothing else is going to be the same. Give me the power to see what you've done. Shadow of faith, the shadow groove may never be undone. Disturbing and stormy night, but we never know for sure what is lying in surprise. Searching for a reason to that she still survives, never understanding why life just has a God for prize. Smiles like a bright sunny day, fights like a hard bloody day. We will never know if she'll go or she'll stay. I just want you to hold me. It's your beauty that I can't see. I will never leave you alone. A promise to break. Lonely way, como boku no lonely way, como move my mind, run just like my wrist. Lonely way, before you go. Lonely way, search for your faraway dreams. feeling always makes my soul. Feeling everything can cool. So then, with my conviction, shine out simply just make my own meditation. If I just stand and clear out all my doubts, celebration will carry from without. I keep on running to turn the enemy to a new era. No one knows that my true strength is my overflowing willpower. Finding home, going home, it's my one true wish and I know it's she came to me, bitch wants a scouting floor. We don't know where our lives may end up, but I know one thing sure I can't ignore. Darkness all around and the tide is high. Everybody thinks it's our time to die, but I know better. Take my hand, let's show them our united stand. I don't know why you pay me. You're the one that makes
in.
We lost David.
I'm going in. Noobs.
Level up your connection with AT&T Wireless and Home Internet, now available across the nation.
Hi, I have an appointment with Miranda.
Yeah, HR certainly has an odd sense of humor.
What?
You're late. Make yourself presentable. Let's go. The last two girls were sacked after only a few weeks.
Wait, I think you're confused.
It's hurting me to look at you. Just here, take this.
You know I'm the brand ambassador for L'Oreal Paris, right?
That means you're
Kendall! Oh. You are so
worth it.
fired.
That's fair.
It is. What the fuck?
Walk you right is fine, but you were feeling lonely. Tell me what you see deep inside your soul. You only know who you are. I understand why you are afraid and scared. You've never hurt someone and haven't been hurt. You laid it all bare on the other side of the frozen sea. I saw my dreams and my world. Take off your mask and be true to your heart. Trust yourself and fly away. Grant me the glorious light. Though I don't know how I do it when I'm fine. So we can be in a place where we wanna be. The things I wanna not have no shame. So simply smash the final space. And
When my eyes got used to pitch black night, I started walking in the light. We live not to think, walk was to the brink. Even if you don't show it to your face, even if you hide without a trace, your wounds won't heal without suitable meal. Don't get lost in your dream, no matter what it seems. My heart races in the moonlight. Everything I love is why I fight. Even the pain we will never forget. Spread the invisible now. Shine a light on all of your face.
magical and where the rhythm starts. Through the continuing line, it gets brighter. But now I start to die. I think the rhythm felt so hard. I saw you standing there for what you really are. A being cast out where there's only space and stars. I know you hate you. I just want to understand what is you searching for. And what you'll see in the end. You make me happy, you make me sad, you make me wonder, you make me mad. This is your warning, this is my call. The lines are drawn and now we start. Guiltily, a haze runs a harmful code, much like the ones that you find in shows. Everyone's a bully and they like to mess around, but when it's time for justice, they don't like to make a sound. Psychotics, the real bad news. Psychotics, they got bad attitudes. I hope you never meet a single member in real life, cause if you do, it's like fighting a gun with a knife. Psychotics, it's true. Psychotics, they're real bad news. I pray and pray that God finds me a way to the light, cause against these cronies, it's a hell of a fight. Yeah! Seraphim, they Golden Ray, fake, Dilly Avalon, Black Furby, Chainsaw Commando, Toast Chan, the Night Rider, Everest, Pop Tart, Noni, These are the dooms, these are the thugs. They hate women and they don't like us. They wish for the downfall of mankind. So let me tell you something better, watch your behind. Psychotics to the moon, psychotics to you, psychotics to you.
After reflecting back on this past Unrivaled season, I wanted to share with you guys how I kept going and stayed hydrated the entire time. Drip Drop. It was the key to keeping my body and mind feel great throughout the year. Drip Drop's precise formula has a built-in hydration shortcut that works faster than water alone. From game days to practices and everything in between, Drip Drop kept me going. Even now in my off-season workouts, Drip Drop is essential.
Andrew Wilson leaves trigonometry, host speechless with single question.
Andrew Wilson appeared on trigonometry. This got very interesting because it goes exactly how we have seen this go before. They have not taken the time to think these things through in this way. So when Andrew just asked them very bluntly, it leaves them unable to respond.
Fucking
Like, let's start with this. Do you want women to be able to get drafted in the military?
I personally don't know.
Why not? Even if they're not in combat roles, they could be providing support. There are women in the military. So why don't you want them to be drafted?
Because I've never really thought about it, but it's just an instinctive reaction, actually.
I like both these guys. I've spoken to them. You can see that they have not thought about these things in this way before.
Yeah.
I have to think about the exact reason, but I just don't think that combat is what men do, I guess.
Who is this? Who is the? I don't know. These are the hosts of trigonometry. Okay.
It's a very simplistic way of saying it. And there'll be women who will kick your ass, and there are women
Sure.
like that, right?
Right. But not generally.
What I am not against women serving in the military if that's what they choose to
Yeah, but
do.
what about the draft, though?
But I don't think they should be compelled to. No.
Why not? You've admitted women can serve in the military. They provide logistics. They can even do combat in some cases. Why should men be compelled, but women not?
I don't think they should be compelled to. No. I think in some circumstances, yes. Like one.
Do you want to know the real answer behind this? Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why people think this like instinctively? Because I think deep down inside we know the math, but nobody wants to say it. And the reason why is because biologically men are expendable compared to women. Because women, like one woman can get impregnated by multiple men. That's why.
The survival of the country is at stake.
So women get a privilege men don't get.
Why?
Yeah.
Men
And so,
get certain privileges.
So I've noticed what you said that men get certain privileges too. What is an example of male privilege? When you actually ask the question, no one can answer. You're going to see it play out right here.
no, what privileges? Name a single privilege men get that women don't have access to. What?
You mean legislative?
Anything.
And he's opening up the table to absolutely anything.
Like literally
What, in
anything.
what?
Any aspect, whether it be governmental, social, women have all the privilege.
And this bothers people. But when you ask them, okay, but
Yep.
why does this bother you? They can't really tell you.
See, that's the best thing though. Like, to be honest, for me at least, the best thing is when something bothers you. When there is a thing that does bother you, I love to think about why. Why does that bother me? It's honestly a super healthy thought. When you have something that you think about and you're like, this really upsets me. It's really good to think, wait, why though? Why do I allow myself to get upset by this? For what reason do I subject myself to feeling upset? It's a really good just thought process in general.
It's just, it doesn't feel right.
All the privileges.
Oh yeah. Hey, when the Titanic goes down, who gets on the lifeboat?
Yeah, but that's a very narrow context. Or who dies in childbirth, right? Like, I mean, come on, we're different, and
Almost no women die in childbirth anymore.
some just still do.
Sure, but I mean,
Right.
some people die.
It's just like
die in
there's
cars.
probably more women that die in childbirth in America than people who die on the Titanic.
Yeah, is childbirth avoidable? You just don't have sex, right?
So he's pointing out a logical difference.
Yeah.
The government is not compelling women to have children. They are compelling men to enlist for the draft.
Yeah, so like what you could say in that case, like what would be logically consistent is to say that, well, just to take his point of view, if you wanted to go with a more logical angle, it would be that pregnant women, going by the pregnancy route, you would say that women who are pregnant or have kids are exempt from the draft. Like that would work, right? But then all other women are. So like that would be a good one, yeah.
What are give me any privilege at all that men have that women don't? Whereas I can give you tons of privileges that women have that men don't. That's what I'm asking.
Let's hear it.
Privilege. Well, I mean, the privilege concept outside the legislative framework is a difficult one.
Even inside of it, I'm asking for both. Either.
Anything, yeah.
In fact.
See, notice how difficult this is, yet people talk about male privilege as though it is so prevalent, yet no one can really point to anything.
I don't have the data on all this stuff. I would assume there are contexts in which men are more likely to be employed for a certain thing because they're more likely to be perceived as authoritative, as leaders, things like that.
If that's the best they can come up with. Well, I could imagine this thing happening. There's no way to measure that. And I like Constantine. It's fascinating to me that once you're in this position, you begin to make a progressive leftist argument. As a teacher, the vast majority of teachers were female. Is there a bias in hiring teachers?
Although that has changed with the kind of woke agenda over the last 10 years.
And it works both ways. Like,
Get fast, powerful relief of your worst symptoms, like nasal congestion. Claritin clears.
Braun Smart IPL. Enjoy 2 years free from hair and hair removal.
Your car deserves more performance with every drive. Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline. A fuel like no other. More performance with every drive.
To witness something you've never seen before. It completely immerses your senses.
This is amazing. It's not just noise. It has meaning.
Like, for instance, preschool teachers.
Yeah.
I would assume that people would vastly prefer that their
I
kid
would.
go to a woman, right?
Right.
So it seems like that privilege is striped across the board. So, like, what is the? Why is it that women get all of the equality, but also get all the privilege?
I mean, it's difficult to argue with. If you see a flaw, let me know.
That doesn't seem right to me. That seems like it's backward. So, like, I'm still waiting to hear from anybody ever. What are these? What
No,
are
I agree,
these,
I agree with Andrew on this one.
privileges men have over women versus what women have over men?
You can offset this by claiming that there are certain duties that women should have. The women ought to have certain specific societal duties, but then they don't want to make that argument.
There is a logical flaw at the very center of this issue. Regardless of where you land on it, we must acknowledge the flaw, and that's what Andrew is pointing out.
So if you can go and you can be drafted, you can be sent off to war, right? And women can't, but they can vote to send you off to war. How is that not something which fundamentally needs to be addressed immediately? That seems to me like it's completely lopsided, and it's giving one class of people a significant privilege over another.
So if we allowed women to be drafted, you'd be happy with them having them?
Well, see, now I get into pragmatic problems, though. The reason that you said earlier, I'm against women being drafted, is because they can't really serve in combat roles. Only in support roles. Whose draftees of men would have to serve in combat roles. The reason women don't do well in combat roles is because, well, driving tanks is hard work. It takes muscles. And you gotta, run the shells, and you have to carry hundreds of pounds of equipment with you, and you have to do all of this type of thing. And generally speaking, women are equipped for it.
I wonder how that would go in drone warfare, like a drone warfare scenario. Actually, I think men would still have an advantage. I think so. I think men would still have an advantage in that.
That's why we never have female Navy SEAL to date, even though they've been trying for like 25 years. They still haven't had a single one. They can't do the job.
Now Francis is going to take a stab at him, and I like both these guys. This is nothing personal. This is about being objective, calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, I guess, but when you vote for a government, you don't vote whether to go for war or not. It's the government that makes the decision. There's plenty of people who voted for Donald Trump and are absolutely disgusted that he has started a war.
No, but you're still voting for the representative that does
We're
it.
wrong. I thought government was force. We all agreed on that, right? Government's force. Like, ultimately, that's what it reduces to. When you say you're voting for force, and you're voting for force use. Why does the United States have a massive military? Well, because we're going to use it. That's why we're going to use it. Why do we have a draft? Well, because we're going to use that too, and have used it. And we're going to institute a draft at some point again.
Dude, Andrew Wilson with the casual 1v2 last year.
It's more likely than not at some point.
Fucking classic.
We're going to do it. So the thing is like, why do women get exempt from that? And if it's the case that you don't want them exempt from that, why is it that they don't go right to the front lines then and battle it out? Like draftees have at least the potential to. Well, that's a fundamental privilege that is not being addressed, right? And yet women have the vote. Doesn't seem like they care too much about men's rights, even though we're supposed to care about theirs. It seems like they have a lot of privilege in society.
It's not fair, Andrew. I think a lot of women care about men's rights, actually. Look, there's
And then the thing is, by the way, is like immediately when there's an imbalance with women, it's immediately like the biggest issue, right? Like there's clearly an imbalance here. Like even if you were to draft women and not put them in combat roles, you would that is still a privilege, right? That's still a privilege. And again, in all other cases where women have a disadvantage with men, like for instance, like DEI. DEI is one of them. Another one is women get pregnant and it puts them at disadvantage in like work, even like abortion. You could even like make an argument for that as well. You can make arguments for like the wage gaps, for instance. Another thing is like anytime there's an imbalance, even when the imbalance isn't even like, for instance, the wage gap isn't even an imbalance that is insurmountable. It's not something that it's just all women and the preferences that they have. Any sort of these imbalances is always like front and center. It's like always constantly talked about. And yet when there are imbalances that involve men, nobody talks about it and nobody cares. So I guess the idea would be then that it just is imbalanced. There are biological differences and it is imbalanced. If we're going to send men to war, then there should be duties. There should be things that affect women as well. Then you could say it's asymmetric but balanced, but it's not. It's not asymmetric but balanced. It's just imbalanced because women are not expected to have any duties societally. I think Andrew's just right here.
Vocal minority would say that they don't and they hate men, and we know those type of women. But let's be honest, a lot of women care about men's rights. They do.
A lot of women care. I don't even know what it is. A lot of women care about men's rights, but I
don't know about that.
Give me like 3 of the most prominent ones you can think of.
Who care about men's rights? Well, I'm trying to think now, but
now suddenly it becomes very difficult to actually come up with a single name.
The burden of bearing the child is uniquely with women, in the same way that the burden of fighting in war is
but it's not an expected duty though. So the thing with the pregnancy is kind of like what he's saying, is that it's not a societally expected burden. Now if you want to say it is, then we can talk about that, then that changes the calculation a bit, but it's not a societally expected burden. Women are not expected to have it. In fact, if you said that, feminists would be upset and say that was misogynist. Everyone knows that.
They would men.
But the very nature of those two things is different. One is not compelled by the government.
It's an ontological argument. The nature of woman is to have children. Nature of men is to go to war.
Right, and so
then woman needs to be fulfilling her nature. Then, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant. Is that there has to be like a duty then involved with it societally, and that if women if women are shirking their duty, it should be seen in the same way as a man dodging the draft. Correct. That would be the logical conclusion of that ontological argument.
A woman is, and so is yours,
yes,
right? So I would insist for my woman to have the right to vote on that basis, that she's contributing, frankly, at this point, way more than I am.
Drafting's collective, right?
Yeah.
So then the duty's collective.
Yeah.
Then why isn't childbirth?
That's true. Well, he should have countered with? He should have countered, oh wait, no. Okay, hold on. Okay, if I were to emulate this, if I were on the other side, I would counter, okay, well, what about men that are lame? Like men that they're disabled, they would not be good on the front lines or anything like that. Like we counter with that. Then Andrew counters with, that's not the case for women, it's elective. The women who do not do that, it is not elective to be lame and disabled, whilst it is elective to not have kids unless you are also lame and disabled as a woman, as in you're incapable of doing it. That'd be the counter. So just going back to the other side would say, yes, checkmate for that. You called me lame. Well, lame as in like, sorry. But I didn't mean lame in the you suck way. I meant lame in the like disabled. It's like the original meaning of lame.
And once again, they have no response, which indicates there is a glaring flaw at the center of this, regardless of how you feel about it or where you land on it.
Why do I have to fulfill my duty, but they don't have to fulfill theirs?
Well, I never said that I thought it was a collective duty for women to have children. But it's
a collective duty for men to go.
Yeah.
Well, then that sounds like privilege.
Yeah, in the same way that finding safety in your own house is a personal thing that you do, but if there's a fire in the neighborhood, it's a collective duty to get together and try and put it out, right?
What?
There's something.
Do you go to jail if you don't do that?
Yeah. I agree with you. The compulsion element is different, but not everything is exactly the same.
I'm not even
arguing that.
Like, I agree with you. Getting drafted and having babies is different. We can agree with that, right? Both important. But the idea here that we are talking about, which should be equally of duty,
has nothing to do with how I feel about the people involved. I made the mistake of calling Alex O'Connor a fool. I don't think he's a fool. I was contending with that argument he was making was foolish. Sometimes people explore arguments for the sake of exploring the logic.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, that's a really, really good one by Andrew. It's a good point.
This is the revolution, and you're the monkey. Welcome to Texas.
Hey everyone, this is Manly Venice here, and welcome to Vacation Terminal, which is a horror game where you and a girl survive a train crash and are now stranded in the wilderness. But your survival purely depends on her, and she may or may not be a little bit crazy. Wake up, go to work, go home,
Hi.
for peace. The taste one to give her, is it?
In the most recent Bucky manga chapter, we got it reconfirmed for the millionth time that Yujiro Hanba is the strongest organism on the planet. Alongside how under normal circumstances, strength is associated with one's offensive power, where Tokigawa's main
I'm
bodyguard
good.
has no
What about
doubts
you?
in regards to Yujiro's offense being at the peak, but actually claims, however, when we consider defense, I do begin to wonder, is he just as capable? It's never been tested, meaning he's questioning whether the ogre is at the pinnacle of defense as well, something that may add to his worthiness of strongest organism or creature.
Much better.
Maybe that's his new
Why?
evolution. He's now an organism. However, this is where it gets more insane. For whatever reason, Tokigawa decides to tell Yujiro what his bodyguard was saying, where unlike pretty much every point in the story prior to this, Yujiro is more so surprised and reasonable when it comes to his response, where he says he will return tomorrow and to bring his bodyguard along with him, where he arrives with this, the latest mystery in the Baki Rahen story, where the community, you mad lads, have gone quite crazy, leaving predictions that under this cloth is a tranquilizer rifle and a net, a callback to Yujiro Hanba's only real defeat throughout the story would say, this moment right here. The fight between Doppo Orochi and Yu Amai was occurring. This Yu person was someone brought to Japan by Yujiro himself, an American bodyguard who Yujiro met. The reason initially isn't very clear. My guess is Yujiro wanted to see how strong Yu truly is and potentially be a test for Baki at some point. Regardless, he was quite strong, pushing Doppo during the fight, even breaking Doppo's leg, and surprisingly slapping Yujiro earlier during that arc. Huge balls on our boy Yu. Regardless, Doppo didn't want to stop fighting and was still able to stand with his broken leg. This is where Yu made his biggest mistake. He tried saying he already won this match and that he was too powerful for Doppo, but Orochi was still determined to fight and was more than capable due to his almighty karate body. Thus, when Yu tried getting the crowd on his side, this made the ogre extremely angry, providing us this panel that speaks for itself. Yujiro was able to attack Yu before Doppo could even get the chance. Baki came out telling his father to leave, triggering Yujiro even more, letting out a scream. The 9 left in the waiting room dragged him out here by their neck. However, all the losers of the tournament so far arrived. Take note, this isn't what Yujiro wanted. From here, Yujiro proceeded to absolutely roll all the fighters in glorious fashion, with brutality and violence amped all the way to the max, leaving the one and only Doctor. This scared him, with Yujiro revealing his interest he has of him. But before their fight could begin, his brother, the Cord Cutter, arrived to distract him, including the remaining 9 winners. Before Yujiro could begin his next rampage against the winners, he was shot and caught in this net like a wild beast, and shot many more times until he finally fell unconscious. And as some might say, he was defeated. Taking note that Yujiro is capable of dodging bullets, so they needed to catch him off guard and slow him down to get the finish. Thus, the bullets they used weren't regular ammunition, they were still bullets capable of piercing, but they had anesthetic used for knocking out white rhinos fused with them, preparing so much they could stop a blue whale. Some translations of this scene of the manga say elephant tranquilizers. So how many of these shots did Yujiro take in the scene? We know there were at least 5 shooters, but the amount of shots fired is hard to gauge from the manga. You could potentially look at these various blood splatters, which is more than 20. So let's have a look at the anime scene. I counted somewhere between 13 and 16 shots, but I wasn't 100% sure. Regardless, it took more than 10 direct bullets fused with high-tier anesthetic and a weighted net to knock out Yujiro. Considering the amount of shots Yujiro survived and the blue whale statement, you could say this feat is still pretty insane, something I would actually be down for, but others predicting it's a single Lego brick and Yujiro will step on.
At another store, Maggie would have spent $200 on this party dress and lip gloss. But at JCPenney, she found it for $100. So she also got some trendy loungewear, because obviously she's not going to a party that starts at 9 p.m.
Spring faves start at Chewy. Ready, set, refresh.
Meet Sabrina Gonzalez, Walmart pharmacist extraordinaire. In her 9 years at Walmart, she's seen it all. The sniffles, scrapes, sunburns, the really bad boo-boos, and the patients who need a little extra time to understand their script. Even the serious stuff. When the people you love need ongoing care, Sabrina's the one they count on. One of the 15,000 plus Walmart pharmacists in communities just like yours. Who knew?
I knew.
In 1776, America made a promise. In 1941, we proved we meant it. That fighting spirit still lives on in the Jeep brand. Now with the Jeep Declaration of Deals, we're pledging our allegiance to the American people. 0% financing for 60 months on select 2025 models, plus no monthly payments for 90 days. Jeep, there's only one.
During the Declaration of Deals sales event, now's the time to get an incredible deal on a new Jeep. Shop online or stop in today.
Onto it, where would it? I think if that's the case, absolutely go to OMG. Finally, it's happening. He brought a nuke, and actually, my response on Drake. This would be the ultimate feat, the most content waiting to see in the Bucky world. All those late statements, the US military considering the use of a nuke on Yujiro Hanma, the multiple years of foreshadowing in visual depictions for characters like Masashi Miyamoto, to have something like that occur in the Bucky world is something we all deserve at this point. But doing
Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you're wanting to know why after this long time of talking years, why we're still thinking about it and maybe wanting more. Going by your cards, Three of Cups in the primary position reversed does show kind of what you've been alluding to, that you have been talking to other people, but it just doesn't seem like you're getting what you're really wanting out of these other new interactions. King of Pentacles in the secondary position does show that when it comes to your thoughts about him, it does seem that he was someone that was fairly consistent despite the problems that you both had. So it seemed like he brought something very unique to the table that you're not really getting from anyone else. Six of Wands also in the final position, by showing that regardless of your differences or how he went about doing things, both of you did have a really good time together, and it left an imprint on you. So it kind of makes sense why you will be thinking about it. If you know where the future is going to go between the two of you in terms of if you both reunite or reconnect, you can give me a call or send me a message. Someone is high. Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you're wanting to know what's causing your girlfriend to suddenly want to move back. So you happily living together. Going by your cards, the Seven of Cups in the primary position in reverse shows that it seems like she's kind of struggling when it comes to being able to envision how the future will be between the two of you in that current arrangement. Page of Cups in the secondary position is also warning that while there does seem to be someone who's also talking to her right now, it does also seem as though she's become less receptive to you in certain ways. This is further evidenced by King of Cups in the final position in reverse. It's actually warning that you do seem to be giving a bit too much of yourself and a bit too much of whatever love you have. So I think what the best method would be for right now is to not really pressure her and to let her go ahead and move out and take this time to reassess what you're actually even wanting from this person. Because I feel like in about a week, you're going to end up learning quite a few details from her. Now, if you want to know what to expect in summertime, and as well as any other issues that may come up, you can give me a call or send me a message. Yes, I met your friend. I thought I was tripping. I was like, when did you change your avatar?
When men approach me, and they find out that I'm single, not gonna force it. It's either happening or not. Deal or no deal. I mean, what's it gonna be?
Poor,
Like,
poor, poor,
especially
poor.
when you personally. I'll walk in and I'm thinking about things because, I'm not listening to any music. And I just had a thought that kind of pissed me off. So I am a single black female. I'm 30 years old. And I live in LA, right? So when men approach me and they find out that I'm single, all the time they're like, why are you single? You're so beautiful.
Who's telling you that?
Who wouldn't wish to have you? Like,
They are lying
shit
to
like
you.
that. Now, that's really annoying to me because
So you're influential. All right. Did you have any other? Oh my God, she is jiggling her booty. Did you figure out any other potential characters you wanted to play? You're looking at the gameplay. Okay. Oh my god! I hope I picked the right tab to. Hope I picked the right tab here. Uh-oh. It'd be very bad. Okay, I know this is going to make me lag, but I think the audio doesn't get bothered, which is all I care about. You're cooking food. Wait, how are you talking to me? Are you like on your phone? Oh, well, maybe you should focus on that first. And don't drop the phone in the marinara sauce or whatever. What does your spouse do? Huh? My spouse works for what? So you're both. Oh my god! So you're both loaded. Oh my. She's not loaded. Because I knew you'd think I was rich. Well, considering where I live, I think you would count as really well off. Especially if they're giving you the option of like working from home. I live in a state, well, I'm in a bottom 50 state. Yeah, they don't even give people that option. They tell you to come in and bust bricks for 12 hours every day. And they wonder why no one wants to live here. Uh-oh. Just got some money. $7? I like that. Yeah, most jobs at my company, you don't get to work remote 2 days a week. IT there, you only get one remote day. So you're at a position. What am I doing? I completely spaced out. I'm supposed to be doing something for someone who just sent me money. With their fortune. Hmm. Who can possibly be talking to her about this? Let's see. We got that. Hmm. Let's see. So going by that,
And this Keisha right
huh?
here is going to try to shame us,
Did you just send me?
try to use us into dating them because of things they did. And what? Let me just play it.
Well, I would have been low-key normal.
Girl talk about the single mixers. I guess she's in Dallas, and talking about how like there's not a lot of black men that go there. And I didn't see her video until after man had basically stitched it and was talking about it,
Dallas
he doesn't want to pick up another bill. Like he didn't want to be a part of the roster and didn't want to be with a woman that was going out on multiple dates.
Right.
And while I understood the sentiment, it was like I get that, but like y'all are also going on a multiple dates. You know what I'm saying? Like it really shouldn't.
That's the problem that you can't understand. There is a such thing as double standards. Men deal with it all the time. A dude can be working Mickey D's and he's called the loser, especially if he has children. A Keisha could be working in Mickey D's. She's a strong woman. She provides for her kids. We accept those standards. We don't agree with them, but we do. We have to look at those are the standards that's put out there, right? But when we tell them, hey, listen, man can go out there and deal with as many women as he wants. Women will look at men because of all the women that he's pulling. That's how women are. They look at the guy, see that he's getting a lot of women, and want to be a piece of it, want to be a part of that. If they see a guy who's not getting anyone, he's a loser, right? Here's the difference. Men don't think like that. Men are the total opposite.
Explain those.
A bunch of dudes that we see constantly on dates.
Poor.
That's what it is.
Swindler.
We see a woman that's
When
not
will you
around all the
understand?
time, just thinks to herself, you don't see her out like that. Right? Dudes are going to be interested in that because they look at her and think, okay, well, she may not have that fouls on her because you hardly see her out. You hardly see her going out. You hardly see her with a bunch of dudes, right? But we see y'all with a bunch of dudes all the time. When you out with a dude, you are the neighborhood. That's all they do. They come to drop the Franks off to you. That's all they do. They come to drop the Franks off to you. So you in your box full of Franks, you're not suitable. You're not suitable for guys. There's always been those things. Just deal with the standards, Keisha. Deal with it.
Be that hard. Once you meet a person and the vibe is there, you're going to.
That word, vibe. You need to get rid of that.
I just don't want to be with you. I think we're missing those social cues. Now, I'm not a black man. I can't speak to why black men don't go to social. I think why men.
We don't have to.
Reason then why they aren't coming to it. they were the top of the top mixers, and I just.
Hello? Am I doing messages? Yeah. Just send me an appropriate credit amount and you can get the message. Yes. What do you want to know about? Do I do mailbox? Yes, I do. Poor. How come so many people in KOF got guard points? That is, I mean, it's a feature because the game is so fast that you're gonna need it. It's in there for a reason. 'Cause the game is very fast paced, so you will need some guard point. They're also very stingy about invulnerability on moves compared to Street Fighter. So typically you're gonna have to do a super or like a real heavy commit DP if you want to get out of something. Or you do a super or you do some armor. Let me see. I'm trying to even think of who even has like actual relevant guard point. I mean, what? Yashiro. There's Yashiro, Dinosaur, Maxima. I think those are like the main guard points that I can even think about. Maybe kinda Kyo. Yeah, Kyo still has some guard point. That's all I can think about right now. Those are going to be like the most relevant ones. I'm sure there's other instances of guard point in the game, but they kind of don't matter. I saw Maxima just punching through people's attacks. Yes, that is Maxima's whole thing, because he is considered to be relatively slow compared to the rest of the cast. So that's how he fights, is he uses guard point to occupy space, to guess and blow up people's attacks. It's what he lives and dies by. Do they have any puppet characters? I don't think they do. I don't think KOF is much of a puppet character. I mean, because again, the game is so blazingly fast. I genuinely can't think of a puppet character for KOF, or what that would even look like. I think maybe the closest you can get to a puppet in KOF terms would be Chizuru, since she uses shadow clones. She has her copy that she can do certain setups. Like, she literally has a super where she makes her clone like do a really big block string that you can do JoJo style mix-ups with. But the issue with her clone is that it has a giant hurt box attached to it, so hurting the clone hurts Chizuru. used to play Slayer a lot. Oh my god. Counter hit characters. Is there even like a counter hit character? I mean, technically Maxima would be a counter hit character. Let's see. There are some characters who are pretty big on getting their counter hits in, but it's very easy to get counter hits going in KOF. I'd say some characters can get better pickups for their counter hits, but whenever I'm talking about this, it's mainly talking about their blowback, because the last patch for KOF 15 changed it where if you hit someone in the air with your blowback, your jumping blowback or whatever, it puts them into a tailspin, kind of like for Tekken. So you actually get follow-ups that you wouldn't normally get, so you can get air juggles off of them. So basically with that last change, it kind of made it where technically everyone can be a counter hit character if you know their pickups, so it kind of doesn't matter.
Checking for you. And now that you got brothers giving pushback on, Keisha's trying to damage our image to try to keep us with them. Now these other races of women are starting to say, wait a minute, I thought y'all said that they were this, they were that. And then when they get with you, they realize all of that was a lie. And now they want you back. No. It's finito.
Right? Like, if I was supposed to live my life based off of how social media was saying, I would never go out. I would never meet anybody. I would never date anybody, because social media is just like an echo chamber, right? So it feeds you
That's
what
nothing
you're
to do with
interested in.
social media.
And as a man, I just don't feel like listening to what social media is saying. Like, I also feel like if you're saying like, oh, if you're 6'2", you're at the top of the top, you don't need to go to social single events. And if you're securing
Fake
yourself, you should be
eye.
listening to women that says, oh, a man shouldn't be approaching you because, as the joke is said on here, if you look cute, a woman.
Hydern got some long ass hitbox. His hands didn't even touch someone. So yes, Hydern is and he's basically an NTR character. Has a crazy cross up. Has a really good consistent combo. And mainly he has that one move, Stormbringer, Soulbringer, whatever, that like sucks health from the opponent and gives him health. It's yeah, it's a very NTR type play style. So lots of people hate Hydern. He also has great reach because he's so long and lanky. I mean, the only negative Hydern actually has is that he's charge, which actually isn't even a drawback, especially considering how easy it is to play charge characters by modern KOF standards.
It's like fruity, marshmallowy, sour candy. This is how sour was.
Yeah, Hydern is very, very solid. Very Hydern is like very Hydern is basically he's basically what Guile was during Street Fighter V during that one season where Guile was just on cocaine. Where he just had the best of both worlds, where he could zone, play keep out, and had oppressive, consistent offense. So yeah, Hydern's just like that.
And and they got all the excuses in the world. And none of them make sense at all. None of them make sense.
Are there any trash tier characters? Like straight jokes? Not really. I mean, I guess if you were to ask people, they'll usually probably tell you that Dinosaur is like the worst character, or I don't know. They might say that Maxima sucks. It's gonna be the usual suspects. You'd be able to figure out who probably is not considered good. Basically in KOF, all that really matters is who is like at the very, very, very bottom and who is at the top. Because the absolute best characters in KOF, you can feel it. I mean, the main perpetrator is Isla. Isla is just a really, really, really good character that they refused to nerf. And Shune, Isla, Benimaru, Hydern. There's probably some other characters I'm not even listing because it's just like whatever. It's like because they're all so good that it straight up just doesn't matter. Which, I mean, the only takeaway is because those characters are so good and they're spammed so hard, I believe by now most people know those matchups inside and out. So a lot of the novelty of them being so busted is kind of waned, but they're still good. Like there's just no way to get past that. But who else? I think also usually they'll say Billy Khan is bad. Which mainly Billy Khan's thing is he's definitely a lot of trouble for characters who already struggle against zoning. But I mean, outside of that, Billy Khan is... I mean, he literally doesn't work. And what I mean by that is what I think you have to use his auto combo to actually have a B&B, because his other options like don't work when you're trying to get a combo going. But yeah, he's a very inconsistent character. Lots of weird moves, and they just don't seem to be coherent enough. Yeah, he's something like a zoner. He can hop around the screen, and he just does stuff with his pole. But his pole has a hurt box attached to it at all points. So it is a little weird, but I mean, they have to do it. But it is odd for him to have a weapon that you would assume has a disjoint, but there's actually no disjoint to it. It's actually just a humongous hurt box on his pole. Which can create some very, very weird and funny interactions, such as Maxima landing a vapor cannon punch at full screen because he tickled Billy's like pole's hurt box because Billy tried to like poke at him. So yeah, very funny stuff. But I don't think no one feels bad for Billy Conn though. No one feels bad for zoners. We don't do that. They know what they wanted. They know what they signed up for.
Forward you a 304. It's terrible.
I gotta get some tea.
No good gangsters, thugs. Big gangsters and thugs. Salute to the brothers on my main channel. What did I say? What did I say? That video I did about the rat community in
It's
LA,
funny that multiple people today noticed Guilty being weird with you. Yeah, like I said.
That the rat community is their legacy. The rat community is something
like
that
I
they
said,
created within the
all
black
according
community, that black
to
men
Keikaku,
of the black men have nothing.
this is how you actually catch a predator.
And you know why? Because
I wear this bright yellow because I am the perfect bait for a monster like that woman. She can't help herself. She can't help herself. So all it took was me holding my breath and ignoring her for like 5 minutes, and she already she got hit with the brutal double ping. Absolute brutality. The double ping, no response from me. Ugh, what a counter punch. If that was Hajime no Ippo, that's like me landing a cross counter. I'm like, here we go.
They got you on the phone as top. Probably just top. Domer.
But yes, this is my this is the secret to my style. It's the open guard. They think they're gonna kill me with whatever they're doing, but then the end game arrives. Actually, that's how I play grapplers. I'll take as much damage as I need, as long as we make it to the end game, where I can just softly caress you. You sound like a monstrous person? Well, I mean, I am a fortune teller, so I guess it kind of goes hand in hand. You should watch out, Dr. Ferrero, before I get you too. I wish you the worst. Well, 10x reflector deflection. Enjoy your 10x karma. But yeah, random Indians just get on that other site that I'm on and they'll like try to troll me. Wait, what did one of them say? One of them said something like, one day one of them said,
smart dudes understand where that light leads to.
What'd they say? And they love to leave the chat before I can reply to them. One of them one day said, you sure have some big honkers for a what'd they say? They said, you sure have some huge honkers for a black girl with a lesbian haircut. Something like that. And I didn't have time to respond before they left.
It's not smart. But this is what they do. This is what they do. I saw another video. I just saw another video that I was going to react to, but I was like, I'd rather react to this one. I saw another video where Keisha was in there talking about not all thugs and gangsters are bad. This is what they do. And this is why I tell you, brothers, that these Keishas, right, they look for productive, because she's...
Yeah, that'd be weird. Yeah, it kind of it comes with the territory for my fortune telling stuff, so I'm used to that.
Meanwhile, right, in her prime, remember, she said mid-20s.
God, please bring my score up, please. But yeah, I mean, I already signaled to the server I was trying to get back into my schedule. Now that things are evening out. And today has just been, kind of fun. Was talking with a few people. So that was very entertaining. You know what I mean? Because I wanted to tell them, I wanted to say, like I said, I wanted to bring up my girlfriends and my harem again, but I don't want to get them worked up again. Especially because it's really, really good right now. So I'll tell them about it later. Because they hate it. They hate it. They hate hearing about it. They hate seeing me like this. When I say I got 6 of them, it burns them up inside. They're like, we can't let this person keep getting away with it. They're like, how? I try to tell them. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear the method. They don't want to be great. Okay, let me check my account.
Hey, B, what's happening?
Why are they even? Yeah, it's even registering me. Why are they even talking about me? You see what I be talking about?
Stop working after just. That's why science engineer tech dot ticks for up to 8 months, which is nice because they have enough work to do. New Head Armor. Join the hard-working millions protected with the hardest working flea and tick collar your money can buy.
Severe opioid addiction. Or started treatment with a dose of that contains opioids. Cause life-threatening reactions and death if injected into a vein. Buprenorphine can cause breathing problems or death when used with opioids.
Oh my god.
Refused don't receive for some. To abuse problems.
There's no way she just did that.
Focus on where you're going versus where you. We know how they talk to you. Because The Sims, they send in them all types of poetry, queens, and they get
Yeah. Once I got bored, yeah. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I've noticed several anonymous accounts when I go stripping lately. So I'm pretty sure Dilly showed them or whatever how to spy on my rooms. So I think they're softening up.
Or he say, hey, we'll take you to a restaurant and say, hey, listen, see, they check for, they like them a lot. Therefore, those cookies don't pay for nothing. So where's the wooing? There's no wooing. They don't woo you.
Weird behavior. Why they all following you around?
Tries to woo them, the good guy, the nice guy.
I don't think you want to know. I don't think you or I want to know. They should leave a tip at least. We both know they don't do that. That's kind of part of the community. Part of the community is that they're impoverished, so they can't afford it. Poor, poor, poor. Why I don't like advertise services in FGC, because they're poor. Like I know he has money. They are not. And I don't just mean having, I don't know, it's an economics thing. Like, I basically wouldn't even service people in my own state because they just can't afford it. So 99% of my clientele either live in places where their cost of living is significantly higher and they have more disposable in relation to my place, or they're Canadians or something, or they live in Europe. You know, I'm very pragmatic. But yeah, he'll never leave a tip. It's just the kind of person he is. I mean, he scrapes people's content to like resell it. Like Dilly is a known dirtbag. Okay, that's enough looking at her. But it's okay because they can say no one's in my room and everything, but obviously the money gets in my account some way and they keep watching, so there's clearly something there. Is the person she's consulting
banging their head against the wall in a padded room? Or they going to be destitute? They're going to be destitute out in the street.
And is she following through with actually moving out? And what is this guy?
Lost everything they had looking for this unicorn. You see the trap door, why even go through it? So you telling me that you rather tell young black men, hey, go through that trap door.
Oh, you had said something earlier. I guess I can imagine people trolling fortune tellers, telling stuff more than others, since people have that perception of fortune tellers being swindlers. I mean, yes, there are plenty of. I mean, make no doubt. What they say in JJK, Jujutsu Kaisen, how you have to be psychotic to be a sorcerer. I mean, it's the same thing with fortune telling. You have to kind of have that affinity. It's like a gradient. So yes, I know there's plenty of people who could fleece you for everything you're worth. I'm just not interested in that because, I mean, for one, I want to do what I do long term, rather than just make a quick several digit haul and then disappear. What else? There's something else. Oh, I prefer to use that kind of IQ on people who deserve it. Like, as you've seen with Guilty today. So I prefer to swindle them. They're the ones who need to be swindled. Which again is why I even got involved with the art situation. I'm trying to keep the scales balanced. But I also know that I am not the standard. So don't get any ideas. I feel like if you went up to the average fortune teller, you're going to be leaving butt naked. They'll be walking off with everything you had on you. So, I mean, that's a general thing. Like with, because I say that about witches and spellcasters is, because they even said that in Lord of the Rings, how, what was that? There's like that line in Lord of the Rings where they warned each other to not even talk to someone who could do magic because they could put you under a spell. Yeah, they said that about Saruman. How Aragorn was like, don't look at him, or like, don't even let him speak to you because he can put you under a spell. So it's the same thing with like fortune tellers and all this. You should be very, very careful interacting with them. Which, again, considering Guilty knows about this kind of stuff. Why is my Discord freaking out?
Do I have like this one plain type? You know, I've never limited myself in that way. And when I was young, maybe.
Okay, so I've been at least 2 hours, so I can shut down a random.
I never saw this big. I'm telling you. I know what I'm talking about. Like, listen to your big bro AC. I know what I'm talking about.
God, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the site. Maybe I should just do Twitch. I don't know. Because that site has just been so slow for me. Or maybe I can do. I mean, I could actually start up Twitch right now. So I could do 2 hours on a random and then 2 hours on Twitch, I guess. Maybe. I could start trying to do that.
Because I mean what I say. This is not a game. They don't respect productive black men. They don't want nothing to do with it. They give their prime years to these pookies and then want to give you their washed selves later. You washed. You got wild mouths on you.
The cause of the next issue, what letter does his name start with?
And you think productive black men deserve that after you've been through the spin cycle? You super washed. And black men, you got to start putting more stock into yourself. You got to start looking at yourself with value, man. You have value. You devalue yourself getting with them. Get out of here, man.
So as you grow, you will see that some of the stuff you had on your little list when you was young, it's like you don't even need it, or you find out, I don't think I like this.
Is this thing even attached?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Oh my
real
god.
smart. You know what I'm saying?
Why it's not even that. It's
Is my stream key even the same? That would have been really funny if I had been streaming on my Twitch. So like during all the art stuff, they would have like actually clicked on my thing. That would have been very, very funny. Poor, 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 poor. I wonder if there's a way to connect. Oh, wow. I am a fighter, hunting for my dream. I am a fighter. Wow. The camera on this one is so bad. Good lord. Good lord, I look bad. But then it looks so good on this camera. I am a fighter, hunting for a dream. What? No. No, 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 no. I don't want to knock. No, no, no. I am a fighter. Hunting for my dream. Don't you have to go to sleep soon or something, or whatever you usually do at this point? But my battery is at 5%. Yeah, soon. Well, it seems like you're making progress in figuring out who you even want to play. So we're making some grounds. I met your friend. Maybe I really am feeling so good because I literally haven't interacted with Guilty today. I mean, I kind of sent some messages to her, like at 6 a.m. or something, because I was like breaking down her pathology. You know, I was like bringing up, I was like, something about, I still can't believe that you like guilt tripped me by telling me that you had cancer just so I'd stay around you. And then she's trying to backtrack, saying that she never said that, that she worded it exactly to suggest that it wasn't cancer. And she's telling me that she's still sick. I'm like, okay. Because she literally told me that she had cancer, but she deleted it from her DMs after she trauma-mogged me. I hate Becky's so much. God, I hate Becky's. I mean, I love Becky's, and I love Becky's, but Guilty is like my upper limit. Because she's just she does too much for someone who doesn't even send pictures or do any of that crazy I mean, she doesn't do any of the sexy stuff. I mean, and she doesn't have any assets. that I really care about. There's a deficit. She's getting too old for these antics, too. Well, I just accidentally closed my Discord. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I don't know how to change my game. Wait a minute, what? NYC Furby followed me like a week ago? Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. Yay. That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Oh, hi ho. Hi ho. Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you're wanting to know, what is Maria thinking about you right now? Going by your cards, the tower in the primary position is showing that it does seem like she is considering if it's even worth trying to deal with all of the issues that are going on between the two of you. However, Ace of Cups is a positive indicator since it's showing that regardless of the issues you both may have, that she still loves you and that she wants to be with you. Ace of Wands shows these feelings strengthening by showing that not only does she love you, but she has a great deal of passion for you, possibly spurred on by whatever conflicts you both have been wrapped up in. So it does seem that she is very dedicated towards you, all things considered. Now, if you want to know more about what the future holds between the two of you, as well as your compatibility, you can give me a call or send me a message. Send that shit, yeah. What should I know about my love life in the near future with so much turmoil? Blah, 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 blah. Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you're wanting to know what you should know about your love life in the near future due to all the turmoil going on. Going by your cards, the Empress in the primary position is signaling that you're still going to go through a difficult time when it comes to your love life. However, Six of Cups in the secondary position does show that some of the connections that you've made, whether it's one-off interactions or dates that kind of weren't really progressing anywhere, they're going to come up again around summertime. Now, it might not be a lot of them, but you will end up having a few of them make a return into your life. Page of Wands in the final position ultimately shows that by summertime in the later half, things will start to really get on a roll for you. So I would expect that in terms of your romantic life, things will look really good. Now, if you want to know more about which people are going to be interacting with you, as well as which one will be the ideal partner for you, you can give me a call or send me a message. Why are they texting? Why do they keep texting me about this woman? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. Well, I say that, but I get it. I say I don't get it, but I get it. I step forward into the mist. I am a fighter, hunting for my dream, hunting for. I know I shouldn't eat. I shouldn't eat again, but well, okay. Well, I am gonna exercise tonight, so I think I could get away with it. I just don't know what to eat. I just don't know what to eat. I just don't know what to eat. I don't want to eat a full meal, but I am getting hungry. I need more tea. Blah, blah, blah. Huh? Oh, yeah. I heard that Sophie would, do a stream tonight. Are you gonna check it out? I'm kind of excited. I wonder what her play will be tonight. What kind of tea? Gold Peak sweet tea. Palma told you? I heard about it in Alina's chat. Huh? Who's gonna present? Who's gonna present what? Metal? Purple Heart? What the fuck? Some of these tarot questions, they just don't seem real. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. Ice cream, so good. Sophie, Sophie, Sophie. Poor, 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 poor. Shit. Fisham, an essay? Bro, is this like Martin Luther in his thesis? Are we about to bring the fucking hammer down? God, I don't have my gavel yet from Temu, but I'd be presenting the gavel for this. Guilty. I'm judge. I can't even say his line. I can't even say his lines. It's too much for me. But yeah, I'll go ahead and shut this down here, and maybe we'll run into each other on Sophie's stream. How about that? Or are you gonna be asleep? Well, you strike me as someone who says they're gonna go to bed, but you're still up at like 3 a.m. So I feel like I will see you later. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm so excited. Okay. We'll end this here. Let's see what's about to happen on After School Sophie. Bitch better not lie about me again, or I'll send a 10x karma her way. I'll be in the spectator zone watching. That's all she's got to do. That's all she's got to do is not lie. Very easy. Okay, bye-bye.